Well, good evening, everyone. Welcome to It's All About Arts. I am Val Eliason, and to my right and to your left is the wonderful Miles Benson. Miles, how are you doing?
I am fantastic.
That's good to I'm glad. Good to hear. So you're watching BNN. It's All About Arts right now. We are live on Boston Neighborhood Network. And if you're not in the local area, you can certainly check us out at BNN-TV.org. I'm streaming live anywhere you want to watch, France, California, you name it. But we have a great show lined up today. As you may have noticed, this is not Glenn. He does have a really important WGBH Community Advisory Board meeting, so we'll find out some surprising and interesting news when he comes back to join us. But in the meantime, Miles and I, the blonde duo, are back again to host the show.
I'm excited.
I'm very excited. So what have you had? I mean, I feel like it was just yesterday that we were hosting the show together.
Yeah, the more times I come on, the more I think people realize we need to have our own show together.
Yes,
you know?
yep.
I think that's secretly what you're trying to do, is like try to expose me to the world so
it
we
is.
can have our own show.
I can see that you're trying to compete with me in my hair length a little
Absolutely.
bit.
Oh, no, I mean, like, I'll be there soon.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So what's been going on in your artful world? I know last time we spoke you were working on improv and film and directing and all this great interesting stuff.
Yeah, I've actually been kind of more in like creation mode right now. I'm sorry, not creation mode. Like during the holidays, I was not really creating a lot. I was actually doing more just like taking in like other people's artwork, because like sometimes I have to disassociate myself to be able to make sure that like what I'm watching and like reading or whatever doesn't infiltrate my own art. That way there I don't like start like, you know, stealing or copying what they're doing.
Yeah.
You know? So I have to disassociate myself sometimes. So I have to go through like creation modes and then like other, you know, get away from all that and just kind of like absorb other people's art. So during the holidays, that's what I was doing. But I've been mostly in writing mode. Haven't been doing a whole lot of like actual, like, I don't know, working with colors and stuff like that. It's just been like black, like ink on paper and, you know, on a screen and stuff like that. But it's been fun. I've started to do like a little bit of a claymation, actually. So I have been doing my own art stuff, but it hasn't been the traditional stuff that I'm used to. But yeah, I mean, you know me. I like to change it up and do all the different things as much as possible. So it's been fun. Yeah, I've been doing, started my own other podcast, and I'm actually heading out to California this week to see if I like it out there, and potentially,
no kidding.
Yeah, to try to see if I can like work in entertainment or just meet some people and stuff like that. So,
that's really exciting.
Yeah, it is exciting.
Yeah, I like what you mentioned before about I look a lot to other artists for inspiration and new ideas, and maybe to think of subject matter that I haven't thought of before. But there is such a fine line between, you know, taking that and using it as inspiration and making it your own versus almost a sense of plagiarism, you know.
Yeah.
It definitely gets tricky, but I definitely know what you mean.
Yeah. Yeah, I know it's pretty crazy. Because like so many times do I find that I actually end up copying people's stuff, or like it like really starts to like the seeds get planted, and then I have to go back and I'm like, this is not good. Like I kind of like I feel like I blatantly ripped this off or something like that, and I want to create something original in a world where there's no originality left, you know, and you want to try to create something as original as possible. So I don't know.
I see you have a microphone now.
Suddenly like that was crazy. It just popped into my hand.
Yeah, live television, folks. Anything can happen. Where's my microphone? I think it's clipped to me. But yeah, I mean, it definitely has I feel like it eats away at you as an artist. You want your works to be so representative of yourself. And, you don't want to be knocking off anyone else's stuff.
Absolutely not. Yeah.
So the show is live, as we just mentioned. If you want to call in, ask Miles any questions, ask me any questions, you can call in at 617-708-3290. Dave and the great staff are in the back answering the phones and working all the behind-the-scene magic. I mean, as you know, you've been getting into so much of the film aspect. You know how much goes in behind the scenes, you know, with the cameras and lighting and editing and everything. It's overwhelming almost.
It's so crazy. Like, I don't know what, you know, I'm used to working behind a computer screen and like creating my own art, or like at a desk and, you know, by myself. I don't need anybody else to create my art, you know. But now that I've been getting into film and like, you know, comedy and like, I don't know how many different things that I've been doing that are different than what I'm used to with art. You know, in order to create the other art that I want, you need like a studio full of people. You need more people than just yourself. So it's different to kind of expose yourself to that world of it too, where, you know, if you want to try different forms of art, it's almost like a divorce from, you know, dependence, and that's kind of where I'm at right now, because I was very dependent on myself, or independent rather. You know, divorce from independence. Yeah, there we go. Divorce from independence. Live TV, everyone. So it's been really interesting to get used to that aspect of it, because you have to work with people's schedules and like whether or not like, and they have to be able to follow the same dream that you want to, or the same vision, and be cool with that. I mean, that's like. I've been acting too. That's the other thing. So kind of everything. So
you're in front of and behind the camera. Yeah,
a little bit. Yeah, I'm trying to learn every aspect about it, so that way there I can be knowledgeable in it. You know, if this is actually something that I want to do. So I prefer to be behind the camera. You know, I get freaked out about not being able to remember my lines. So I don't know.
Come on, with that gorgeous face, you can do anything.
Well, thank you.
We actually have a great lab downstairs. You've probably seen it before, the Timothy Smith Lab. People want to become members of BNN. You can go to BNN-TV.org, click on Janice Williams or Jim Atwood's name, and you can become a member and take all these classes, learn how to use Final Cut Pro. They have these amazing state-of-the-art, gorgeous Apple computers downstairs. You can sign out cameras and sign out all the resources to go out and shoot your own documentary or shoot your own film or whatever you're interested in. It's a really great experience for people. You know, it's down there for the community. It's down there for people that want to learn and want to create, just like you. And
I can do this?
Yeah, you can do this.
Wow. All right. So I'm going to leave the show now and go create some art.
Yes. It's, I mean, every time I come in, it's always packed, and they have classes, and it's, they have free time for people to sort of go in and just sit there. I remember when I was in school for art, I would just spend hours in the computer lab sort of tinkering around and learning new aspects about Illustrator or Photoshop, and it's just, there's a lot to it.
That was one of my favorite things, is just like spending hours like just behind a computer, like, or learning all the little tools and exploring all that stuff. And even when I was like exploring with, you know, back on paper and stuff like that, and like what I'm doing right now with like clay and film. But it's just, you know, I don't know, when you were younger, you had more time to do that. Now people expect results. You gotta... Results. Yeah. But yeah, I like it.
Yeah, I'm glad. Tell me more about this claymation. I mean, I know not that much about it, but I know how tedious and time-consuming it is in terms of, correct me if I'm wrong, but you make the figures essentially, and you take a picture, and then you adjust them ever so slightly, and take another picture and adjust them ever so slightly, and until you have thousands of photos, and all they're basically doing is raising their hand.
I mean, as much as I love animation, it is a dog, and I kind of hate it at the same time. Like, that's why I'd rather just watch animation, because to do like 12 seconds or like 12 minutes or something, it takes, you know, like days or hours and stuff like that just to do anything. And I don't know, I'm right now, when I say that I'm doing a claymation, I mean I'm researching it and seeing like what is like, just playing around, So I don't really have a story in mind or like what I'm doing, but it's something that I've always been interested in since I saw like The Nightmare Before Christmas. And I attempted this way back in the day, and my eyes were way too big for my stomach. And I created this like elaborate set that like was similar to that in the movie. And I bought all this like doll furniture, and then like the figures ended up being like way bigger than the doll furniture. So they tried to sit in a chair, and it was like this giant like sitting in this like tiny little wooden chair. And yeah, it was not fun. And then I picked the wrong clay. And then I thought that you had to like harden the clay, so I put the clay in the oven, and then then it melted,
no.
and then I was like, I was an idiot. This is before the internet, where I could just have looked all this stuff up, and but so I melted and burned down my entire movie. So yeah.
Well,
Probably,
all right.
You live and you learn, I guess, right?
You live and learn the hard way.
Yeah.
What kind of clay do you have to get for the claymation?
It's a good question. I haven't got there yet, so I'm still working. Like right now, I'm actually just getting the armatures that go underneath, so you can actually like bend the clay people and stuff like that. But I'm also trying to learn just like, because I'm actually trying to get into typography a little bit as well. So I've been trying to do more like building things with other elements and making like words and then having it like, how, I don't remember if you remember Gumby or I don't know, stuff like back
yeah,
in the...
Gumby and Pokey.
Yes. Oh my God.
Of course.
And I would make, or I want to try to like, or like I think Sesame Street does this too, where like it would be like the camera would be like down on a table, and there would be like things that like come into the scene, and it would like spell a word, and then they'll like run away or something like that, like to spell something else. So, and that's all stop motion, and that's essentially what I'm just trying to learn. So I'm like starting small because I have a tendency. I think my first episode that I was on, I even said that I was like, yeah, I like start small and don't try anything too huge, unless you're a boss like that, in which case do it. But I am not a boss, so don't be like Uncle Miles and start small.
All right. Start baby steps. Baby steps.
Baby steps.
Start
Exactly.
at the beginning.
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm really looking forward to seeing some of that. See some of that stuff.
I want to collaborate with you on something. Like it's about time. Like we've been friends for how long? I think collaboration
Over 10
is the key.
years, I think. Yeah. I think we should. We should definitely get collaborating, figure out some dynamic blonde duo for us to do.
It would be a force to be reckoned with.
Yes. Now, when you came in, did you get a chance to see some of the art out in the hallway?
I love seeing your stuff out in the hallway. I love seeing your art in general, but like seeing it displayed and knowing that other people like it as much as I do. It's because you really do. You have your own unique style, and I think that's what's so amazing about it is that like it's something I haven't seen before, and I think that people crave that. Artists crave that, and I think people are really drawn to it.
Thank you. It was really fun. Glenn brought up the idea of because we had never done this before, but doing a opening 2016 with a hosts show, and so it's a collaboration of his and my work out there, and we'll be doing a closing reception February 29th for anyone that's interested and wants to come by. I'm going to have snacks, cheese, grapes, little drinks and stuff. Maybe alcoholic drinks. I'm not sure. I don't think we can do that here.
We can't.
Flasks.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's been really fun sort of jumping back into the creating part of the art world. I've been focusing so much on this show and meeting incredible artists like yourself and like our guest artist that we have coming on in a little bit, and it feels good to be creating again.
I'm so happy that you're creating again. Seriously, like when I hadn't seen anything new from you in a while, I was like, oh man, I just miss, because I know as an artist, if I don't create for a while, it like, even just over the break, like
makes you sad.
Like, yeah. I didn't do really much like over like the month of December, and it was just like I was just kind of in like not like just a repetition mode, but just more just like I don't know what I was doing. I think I was just watching a lot of TV and like absorbing other people's art, and I just felt like a sloppy loser, like just watching TV the whole time. But like at the same, it was research.
Yeah.
I can call it research. I wasn't just being a lazy bum. I was just.
Were you wearing a Snuggie?
I wish I was wearing a Snuggie.
I was gonna say.
Oh my God. Wait, are there like It's All About Art Snuggies? Because that could be like a thing. And I think
That
there
can
should
be arranged.
Yeah, or smocks. There should be like All About Arts smocks.
That's a great idea.
Yeah.
All right. All about arts mugs.
Yeah.
All about arts mugs. Yeah. Yeah, definitely great to be in creating again. Now, in terms of claymation, where do you see yourself going with the film? Do you have an idea, a plot lined out? Is this going to be a drama, or is it going to be a comedy, or how long is it going to be? And
Right now, I don't know. So in terms of the claymation, I have literally no idea. But what I can speak about is actually I've been sort of going a little bit more full force with what I originally brought up when I first appeared on the show was been also working on some like screenplays and stuff like that.
Yes, yeah.
And so that's actually been a lot of fun, really hard, but a lot of fun. So that's what I've been doing right now mostly, is just big into writing right now, so the screenplay that I was working on, hopefully it's going to be a movie surrounding like the friends like coping with like our friend's death, but then like it turns into like an action adventure comedy type thing.
okay.
But it's been interesting because like I've been like writing all of this stuff, but also acting in a lot of stuff. So I was in like a crime drama recently, but then I was also in this like student art film. So it was just interesting to sort of see like how to try to act for either one of them. You know, I keep getting cast as the villain, which I'm not happy about, but I think it's the hair. You know, and like I always thought that I had like this like clean cut, you know, like boy next door, but like here I am getting cast as the guy that everybody should be hating. You know.
Can you do the eyebrow thing? Is that it? The one eyebrow up? See, that's why. That's why.
I don't know if they have me doing the eyebrows. I haven't done the eyebrow yet.
I think that's a signature villain move.
Yeah. Yeah, tying damsels in distress to train tracks and whatnot.
Obviously, yes, of course.
Twirling my mustache.
So one more thing we like to talk about before we go to a quick break is our affiliation with Boston Main Streets. I know I've mentioned it to you in the past, and we've talked about it in the past, of course, because you've been so kind enough to co-host the show with me before. But they're a great organization. What they do is they revitalize the business districts in the area. They've been at this for, gosh, I want to say almost 30 years now. I think there's upwards of 20 different neighborhoods in Boston where they go in, they sort of see demographically what those areas need, and they work with the property owners and the business owners to make that happen, help with the signage, and help the community really come together as businesses and places that people need and people want to be. And I know they've done an incredible job with Roslindale, an incredible job with the Roslindale Farmers Market. I don't know if you've ever been to, but I may be a little biased to say I think it's the best farmers market in Boston.
I haven't even been to that farmer's market, and I know it's the best farmer's market.
Yes, it's awesome. But it's completely all volunteers, so it's people that just really love their community. And we're really proud, and we're really happy to be able to be affiliated with them. And if you see someone in a Boston Main Streets t-shirt, then tell them thank you and tell them hello from Miles and I.
Definitely.
All right, well, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we have an incredible guest that we're going to get to learn more about and see some of his art. So don't go anywhere. Stick with us, and we will be right back in a few minutes. Well, welcome back, everyone. Thanks for sticking with us. You're watching It's All About Art. So my name is Valerie Eliason, and to my right and to your left is the great Jamaal Eversley. Jamaal, thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
Thank you, and Miles, of course, my wonderful co-host. So, Jamaal, we met probably about 6 months ago or so, back in August at a Merge Arts event.
August, yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, you stood out amongst all the artists to me. Your personality and your vivacious character, and you have a lot of different trades, a lot of art that you like to dabble with. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, you're very kind to me. I'll have to pay you after.
That's what I say to her all the time.
Yeah, when we met, you had met me at the art shows that I was helping produce.
Yes.
I was like an assistant over there at Merge Arts, and I was helping run these art shows that was trying to get like local artists, chime out to have people come and see them.
Have them show their work and have them, get involved in the community.
In the
and
community,
meet people.
yeah. So it was definitely, I felt really touched.
Yeah.
To be a part of something like that, because a lot of artists, I feel, they don't get a chance to get their work out there.
Yes.
And this was an opportunity to do that, so I was happy.
Artists are unfortunately not always the greatest at promoting themselves.
Yeah.
They can be a little introverted sometimes and focus very much on their work. But when it comes to getting the word out there or setting up shows, and it can be a struggle for them.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, people like you to be able to help them and get them out there and give them that boost of confidence. That's awesome.
Yeah, they loved it. We brought the people to them.
Yes.
And helped them learn how to promote and market themselves. Because there's a lot of geniuses, definitely in Boston.
I would say so. There's a lot. Watching the art scene in Boston grow over the past 6-7 years that I've lived here has been wonderful. It's really been developing. They've been really taking it more seriously. The arts are at a cabinet level now with at the State House, and it's great to see how it's grown.
I'm going to try to get my work at the State House one of these days. Hopefully, I'm going to apply and.
Yes, that would be awesome. Anything we can do to help, definitely let us know.
Okay, I'll remember that.
You're an artist, of course, yourself.
Yeah, I'm an artist myself. So I'm a painter, and I also draw, use color pencils. I got really seriously. I've always been doing it, like every artist.
Yeah.
Always been really doing it. But I got serious after I graduated from business school about my art.
Okay.
My heart and my passion really lied in the arts.
Yes.
So after school, I didn't want to be, an accountant.
Yeah. You wanted to follow what made you happy.
Happy in my dreams.
What type of artist would you say, if you had to pick one word or one category to describe your art, what would you pick? What word would you pick to describe the type of artist you are?
I would say pop art.
Pop art?
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Pop art. And right now, my work is focused around love ballads.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah, so mainly right now, it's about a nerd in love with his best friend in high school. So
it's like a love story. It's your love pin on your lapel.
Yep. So it's about expressing love, and if I could sing, I would sing.
Yes.
You don't want me to sing, but if I could, I would. And so I emulate like Prince. Prince is really high.
Yes, romantic.
Yeah.
Yes, I do enjoy. Definitely. Purple Rain.
You're a man after my own heart. You're just hitting on like colored pencils, prints, with all the things I love.
Yeah. I think I watched Purple Rain for the first time when I was like 4 years old, and so this is the man for me right here. Yeah. So my art is, I translated the music form of love ballads and all the great love balladeers of the 70s and 80s into painting and art.
Now, you use, I was looking through some of your works, you use a lot of bright colors, a lot of beautiful geometric shapes. Where do you pull the inspiration from? Is it from the love ballads, like you said, or is it from everyday life?
You know, even when I was a kid, I was just really attracted to the 60s and the 70s.
Yes.
And the artists back then, and you know, even the designs back then used a lot of like geometric shapes and polka dots and stripes and target signs. You know, one of my favorite artists is Roy Lichtenstein.
Yes.
And Andy Warhol.
Yep, very pop art.
Yeah.
They're awesome. They're definitely two of my favorite artists as well.
Yeah, and Jasper Johns, who uses the target sign, and I love those guys' works.
Yeah.
So that's how I got the shapes, you know. And then the colors, I always was into color.
Yeah.
Always, since I was a kid, just with my crayons and stuff. The brighter, the bigger, the bolder, the better.
Yeah.
You know, like one of my main slogans is, "Be happy, be bold, be you." So it's it's about.
It's a good slogan to live by.
Live boldly.
Yeah.
So everything's bold.
Take chances, take risks.
Yeah.
Put yourself out there.
Just like the colors.
Yeah. How long have you been an artist for? I mean, I imagine you've been painting and drawing all throughout business school.
Yeah.
But was something you did starting out as a young kid? And
Yeah. My mother. Thank you to my mother. She got me like a drawing set when I was like 5, 6 years old, and I just remember copying what I saw, how to like draw a dog.
Yes,
or how
I remember those.
You know, and she started me out then young. She didn't know that she was creating a monster. But
I don't think they ever do.
Right. So I was learning how to draw all these animals and simple human characters and things like that, and coloring them in since then. And I was taking art classes all the way through high school. And then it was like a debate. Should I go to art school or should I go to like business school? I guess for me, it's either one way or the other. There's no in between.
Yeah. It's tough. It's a tough choice between, being an artist, especially in Boston, in this city, it can be a struggle for that to be your career, your job. It's you're up against a lot of competition. Yeah, for sure.
And there's a certain, what would you say, aesthetic.
Yes. Yep.
That might be favored here.
Yeah.
So you know, but for me, I still continue pushing forward with the type of art that I'm doing. Because art catches on at some point.
How often do you find yourself creating or painting? Do you work on multiple pieces at a time, or do you have a set studio space that you like to work in?
I work right in my room.
That's awesome.
I put the canvas right on my closet door.
Yeah.
I nailed 2 nails in there, put it around the closet door, and I go to work listening to Prince.
Oh, man. Yes.
You gotta be in like the inspiration, like listening to all that love-making music.
Yes.
To paint that canvas.
I think out of all the guests we've had on the show, and asking them what sort of music they like to listen to, that is the best answer I've heard so far, Prince.
I think I do the same thing. I think all I do whenever I'm making art is just like constant like sexy music. Just like and I don't know. Now that I think about it, I'm just like, wow,
Yeah,
I think that's what
and
I'm
you-
doing, like
you get in the mo-
romantic
you
or
get in
like
the
a
mood.
sexy movie. Yeah.
Just like that, you know.
Yes. Get the feeling.
You get
Yes.
the feeling,
Yes.
Yeah.
Marvin
I
Gaye.
dance when I do. Oh man,
Yeah.
yeah.
Absolutely.
Next time you put some Marvin Gaye, some Prince hit list.
Man, I'm going home and I'm just it's gonna be all Marvin Gaye and Prince. Like my neighbors are either gonna love me or hate me. I can't really figure out what, but
It's all love. They're gonna love it.
They're gonna love it. Anna, we have some of your pieces that you're kind enough to send over to us that we can take a look at. You can talk us through some of them. This one, I love the color palettes on this. Tell us a little bit about this piece.
Yeah. So I ordered them a certain way to be like a journey from where I started 5 years ago professionally to now. This I did last year, but basically when I took a painting class, when I started going back into art, I took some time off when I went to school. I took a painting class at school. The art teacher, I'll never forget her, and I thank her a lot. She wanted us to make a collage out of newspaper, black and white newspaper, whatever you wanted. And then from that collage, make a painting of the values and shades, to learn values and shades from it.
I remember I did a project like that in art school.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
It's a pretty important one. It definitely
It
teaches you a lot.
You know, how light yellow could be to a darker yellow might be a little bit different, you know.
Yeah, and the gradients.
So
I love this character.
yeah, this is the nerd.
This is
This is the nerd. He came back and he came from out of that collage.
oh,
Yeah.
nice.
The previous picture.
I love the glasses.
and you brought him into this piece?
I brought him into this piece. So before I was making breaking the collage down into pieces and calling them different like characters from high school.
Yes.
So he's the nerd. I had the prom queen. I had the jock and the band geek.
Yeah. High school quarterback.
High school quarterback, you know. So, you know, because that's what everyone can relate. My art is about what can everyone relate to.
Yeah.
So at that time, I was trying to work on it. I was working on it, and it was high school.
And I definitely see the love in this one.
Yeah. So
This
then
one's perfect.
I started building more on a more like brand, I would say. So it's the nerd. What can I do with the nerd? Love. Love is the target.
Yeah.
You know, everyone can relate. Everyone can relate to love at some point.
And what medium is this? Is this colored pencil or is this acrylic or?
The last piece with the nerd was color pencil.
Okay.
Painting, the first piece was painting, and this is acrylic painting as well.
Now, what do you prefer? Do you prefer colored pencil over painting, or vice versa?
I
sort of the
love them
same?
both. Yeah.
Yeah.
My color pencils, I really like a lot.
And this I love. It
Yeah.
looks like you have some stenciling.
Stenciling,
And
yeah.
this almost looks like a spray paint. Do you use
Spray
spray paint in
paint.
this?
I started using spray paint.
It's fun medium to work
Yes.
with.
Yeah. This piece was for a fundraiser, Arc Gala.
Oh, nice.
Sad. I don't want to mess her last name up, but she was on this show last year.
Oh, really?
Arc. And this was a fundraiser piece that I did for them.
Oh, that's great.
For the programming. So that's spray paint. I started using spray paints because I was commissioned to do a electric box
Okay.
near Roxbury Community Center.
Yes. Okay.
Community College, I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so I used the leftover spray paint that I had from there, and I spray painted the background, and I put my nerd in there.
Oh,
And those are the girls, but there's only one that captures his heart. She's right above the love sign.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
I love that.
So, you know,
That's great.
there might be 1,000,000 girls in the world, but only one can capture his heart.
That's so romantic. Definitely.
know?
Now this is awesome. So now
Right.
this is the cover.
This is the cover of Babson magazine. That's the school I went to.
That's a big honor.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That is
That's
awesome.
fantastic.
They're like,
Great picture, might I add.
Yeah.
thank you. That's the boldness right there.
That's
Yeah.
nice.
So, you know, it's a business, completely strictly business. So they're like, it's very off the path
Yeah.
for someone to graduate from our school and be a full-time artist.
Yeah.
So they wanted to do a story on me and several others.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Now this, actually, we're going to show this a little bit later. I will let you guys in on this story afterwards. Now, are you showing any of your work anywhere at the moment?
At the moment, no, not at the moment.
Okay. You have a website that people can go to and see,
Yeah.
check out your pieces and
Yeah,
learn
yeah.
more about you. I know you've had a couple articles written about you as
Right,
well,
right.
including the Babson one.
Babson magazine, yeah. Look at this camera right here. Should I look at this camera or this
Yeah.
one?
Oh, yep.
Yeah.
Wherever you see the red light.
Okay, yeah. So you can see more of my work at Jam on it, ONIT .carbonmade.com. So jamonit.carbonmade.com.
And we're going to link that up. I think we already have to the Facebook page. We'll link up with this episode when
Yeah.
we post it on Facebook.
Yeah, they can check it all out. They can message me and everything.
No, that's now
I look back.
you.
Can I just say that is one of the best URLs I've ever heard? I love Jam on it.
Jam
yes,
on it.
Yeah.
absolutely.
I have to thank a friend back in the day. She used to call me Jam on it.
That's a great nickname.
Yeah.
Because of my dancing skills.
Yes. Oh man, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
Now you mentioned before the show you're working on a piece. You're working on a mural for children.
Yes. So I'm so grateful. I'm so thankful that the Bridgewater Cultural Council, they gave me a grant to complete a mural, a 4-foot by 5-foot mural, to put into a children's
It's a big size.
daycare. So I'm putting it into this children's daycare in Brockton, Little Princes and Princesses in Brockton, Mass.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so this whole month I've been just working at it, working, and it's gonna involve the nerd,
Yep.
hearts, clouds. I like to use a lot of clouds because I'm a dreamer,
Yeah.
and it's all about dreaming sometimes, and gotta put in the colors.
I mean, I couldn't imagine a better subject matter to have in with the having at a daycare center.
Yeah.
Now, how long have you been working on this, or how many hours would you put into a mural, a piece like this?
It's crunch time for me. Usually, all my paintings take months.
Yeah.
Like that first one that you saw took me 6 months to do.
Oh wow.
But I started this mural January 1st. So this is the challenge that I've been up all night and day.
What's your deadline?
January 31st.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
That's a short deadline for such a big piece.
It's a
Yeah.
big piece, so I'm not sleeping too often.
Yeah.
I'm just listening to Prince painting, he keeps me awake.
Prince would keep everyone awake.
Yeah, they're gonna keep my neighbors away.
I dig it.
That's great. So, little princes and princesses.
Prince and Princesses daycare and preschool.
Oh, that's really great.
I met the woman when I used to work at Reebok, and she really has been supporting my art ever since. So it just worked out. It should be that way.
Yeah, that's great. I'm really happy for you.
Thank you.
You also mentioned you do a little bit of poetry.
Yeah.
Tell us about that. I mean, are they love ballads or?
I should be writing love ballads, but I do have some love ballads. But a lot of my stuff is. It's a good question. It's all over the board, but a lot of it is about motivational.
Okay.
You might say.
Yeah.
Motivational.
Motivational, like for yourself to, follow your dreams and
follow
pursue
your
yourself,
dreams and
pursue as an
pursue,
artist.
yeah. When I was in high school, I used to be a rapper. Who hasn't been a rapper? Were you a rapper?
I wish I could have been a rapper. No. Every rapper was way cooler than I was, so I just don't think I could have made that happen.
You rap, Val. Okay.
I wish
I bet she'd be so good at it. She'd be like one of those breakout stars that you wouldn't even suspect.
Iggy, right? Iggy.
Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna try it. Maybe that'll be my 2006 resolution.
I dig it.
2016. Oh,
Yeah.
geez, decade off.
2006, wow.
Bringing it back.
Bringing it back.
Throwback Monday.
Yeah, I used to rap, so I grew out of that phase, and I started writing poetry more and more and more.
That's awesome. How long have you
poetry
been doing that
classes.
for?
2006.
All right. So a decade. See, I said 2006 for a reason.
Yeah. You knew.
I knew.
She's not a rapper, but she's Nostradamus. She
Oh, that's awesome. I'm so excited for you for this mural, and we put some of your pieces up on the Facebook, our Facebook for people to take a look at. So definitely check out Facebook. Check out Jamaal's website. What was the name of it? Jam on it.
Jamonit.carbonmade.com.
Jamonit.carbonmade.com. All right.
Before we go, I want to give you guys something as a token for taking me on tonight. That's postcards, you know.
Oh, this is awesome.
This
Thank you.
With the
is
nerd.
awesome. Oh, look at, we should get a zoom in on this. This is really cool.
Yeah.
Look at this. That's awesome.
And that's
And
the
this is the
slogan.
nerd.
It's got even the slogan. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Be happy, be bold, be you. And,
That's really cool.
and
Thank
pins.
you.
You know, I started making postcards because a lot of people are getting out bills.
Yep.
So, you know, you send a postcard to make someone a smile on their face.
Yeah. There's nothing better than getting a personal handwritten letter, postcard in the
postcard.
mail. It's always junk mail
Yeah.
and
And
credit
bills.
card offers.
Yeah, definitely.
And
Yeah.
these are great. Thank you so much.
And these are pins that I made too.
Great.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you.
Awesome.
So, you know, the love
I'm gonna wear
wins.
this with pride.
Yeah.
I was hoping I was going to get this pen.
Yeah.
As I saw it in the photo, I was like, that's the one that I want.
Yeah.
These are
You wear
great.
it tonight when you were painting to Prince.
Absolutely.
Marvin Gaye. You're like, yeah. Right.
No, well, thank you so much.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
It's been an honor to have you on. Would love to have you back on again in the future.
Yeah.
And definitely let us know when you finish the mural. Would love to show it on
for
the
sure.
Facebook page.
Thank you.
And please don't be a stranger. Your work's incredibly interesting. It's beautiful. It's inspiring, and your whole attitude towards pursuing your dreams is really great.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
So thank you again so much for coming on. It's been such a pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, I have a very brief and unconventional Val's view for you. So don't go anywhere. We'll be back in a couple minutes. Thank you so much.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
Welcome back, everyone. Miles, you get that pin on. You got it? Good. I got mine on too. It was a great gift from Jamaal. What'd you think of him? He's a great artist, huh? Inspiring guy.
This is already my favorite episode specifically because of him.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I just want him to like read his poetry to me, so for motivation every single day. I didn't even hear it, and I know that I want to hear it every single day.
Yeah.
So.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, he's great. So thanks so much for being here with me today and co-hosting. And
Anytime.
It's always an honor to have you on. So I have a quick little unconventional Val's View, and usually I bring about 3 things that are going on in and around the city. But today, actually, right after this show, we're going to be jetting over to the Lower Depths in Boston. This is what the Lower Depths looks like if you're looking for it. It's on Com Ave. It's right in Kenmore Square. It's actually my first solo show. So, if anyone wants to come on down, I'm going to be heading over that way and my very first solo show.
This is your first solo show?
First solo show.
Really?
Yeah. And
This is a big
it's
deal.
small. It's small. It's appropriately named the tiniest gallery in Kenmore Square because it's just 2 small walls. But I have 12 pieces up, 12 little pieces. So I'm gonna title this Val's View. Follow that girl to the bar. It'll be great. Have a couple beers, and a lot of friends and family will be there. And I know you're coming, and
Absolutely.
Jamaal, I'm really excited that he's coming too. So it's been a great episode. Jamaal was an incredible guest, so inspiring, and Miles, it's always a pleasure to have you on.
It's always a pleasure for you to invite me on.
Thank you. So if you didn't get a chance to check out the show live, of course we do have it posted on our Facebook page. It'll be posted probably by Wednesday evening. And on YouTube, you can also check out, if you type in It's All About Arts and the number 1, it'll show you all of the episodes all the way back to some really old ones. The show's been around for about 18 years, so you can check them out. They're some pretty funny episodes. Glenn with unique facial hair, but this will be on there. If you want to see more of Jamaal's work, definitely go check out his website. And thanks for sticking with us. It's been an incredible show. I hope some of you get a chance to come by Lower Depths. If not tonight, the show will be up for probably about a month or so. They have great hot dogs at the Lower Depths and tater tots. So, yum. Thanks again. And as Glenn likes to say, and as I like to say too, keep in the forefront of your mind our fathers, mothers, sons, daughters, nieces, nephews, uncles, and aunts on foreign soil. Do something artful. Do it for them, and do something artful for yourself. And follow your dreams, follow your heart, and follow that creativity that you have inside of you. So we look forward to seeing you all next week. Actually, next week is Martin Luther King Day, so might be having a rerun, but we'll see you the following week after that. And I hope everyone has a safe and warm and happy week. And thanks for sticking with us. Hope everyone has a good night.